Hi everyone, how are you guys today? It's me. I'm back again. I think I finally got this right now and everything's coming up roses. Anyhow, my name is Tammy Joya and I'm an advocate and I love doing my job and it's the holiday season. So I figured, why don't we all get together and come talk about some things that went wrong this year and that we might want to change. Hey, Amanda. Hey, girl. Glad you could come. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about some of the things that went on with my cases. I've been real busy. Thank you very much, everybody. Uh, I've had complaints that I've filed. I've had hearings that I had to file for. Well, of course, we haven't done any of them. I filed for the hearings a long time ago. No hearings. No. You know why? Because they're dumb. They're dumb. They're dumb. They're dumb. So anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. Um, and we're going to talk about, hi, Nicole, how are you? We're going to talk about some of the things that you can do to counter the stuff that they're doing to you guys. Yeah, we can talk about that. So anytime you guys have a question, you just pop it in there and then we'll read it. But in the meantime, I'd really appreciate it if you guys could go to my YouTube channel where this is at and could you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and make a comment? I'd really appreciate it. You have no idea. The name of the channel is Special Education. Wait a minute, I gotta check because I always forget. Special Ed Answers. That's the name of the. That's wait a minute. Whoa, okay. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Okay, okay. I did that wrong. This is what happens when you touch buttons. So anyway, yeah, the name of my YouTube channel is Sped Ed Answers, and if you go on the one we're doing tonight, you click on that little icon on my Facebook page. Please subscribe. You know, you can really help a girl out by doing that. Um, it it adds to some algorithm that will help me populate my channel all over the place. But anyway, so please do that. I want to see it go up tonight. It would be nice. But anyway, that being said, let's get into the fun stuff. So anyway, hi Wendy. Did you subscribe to my channel on YouTube yet? I'm gonna beat you up if you did. So I hope everybody is having a real safe holiday season. I hope you guys are keeping it real. Okay, it is what it is, and we got to keep our kids safe, and we got to keep us safe. Okay, because we're the ones that take care of our kids. Thank you, dear. Um, if you subscribe now, that's another thing. If you go on my YouTube channel, I am offering the first 7 people who put a comment in, who subscribe to my channel. If you already subscribed, all you have to do is put a comment in. And if you hit that notification bell, okay, you subscribe, hit the notification bell, put a comment, and the first 7 people are going to get a free, I think it was 2-hour consultation. Yeah, we can do a lot in 2 hours on one case. So I can tell you a lot of stuff. So if you go do that, then you'll get a free consultation. It's a $50 value, $50 an hour. So it's actually a $100 value. So if you go do that, hi Tony, hi Raven. Oh my God, lady, how are you? I never catch you. Advocate to advocate, this attorney who came to my meeting. He was such a bully. I was so mad, condescending. I'm not apologizing for advocating for kiddos. You know what? He needs to bite you. You can't call me, girl. Because I'll tell you what, I love putting bullies in check. It's so much fun for me. Because you know what I am? I'm a bully. And I don't care. I'm a bully to the school districts. Yeah, to all of their administration and to especially their attorneys. It's so much fun. Recently, I told an attorney to shut up. He's not part of the team meeting, so he needs to be quiet because his only expertise, I told him, was being a lawyer. And he said, well, you're only an advocate. I said, no, I'm not. No, I have a master's degree in psychology with a specialization in ABA. I'm very well equipped to come to this meeting, dude. I told her, shut up. Hi, Nikki. How you doing, girl? Yeah. Yeah, I eat attorneys for lunch. I eat hearing officers for lunch too. They're delicious. Yeah, it's not funny, Amanda. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna keep this as light as possible, but at the same time, give you guys some information because I'm trying this new thing. Everybody tells me I'm either loud or I yell all the time. Well, I yell all the time and I'm loud because I don't think people can hear me. Because if you could hear me, then you wouldn't do what you do to my client, right? Obviously, you can't hear me, so I got to get loud. Anyway, I'm putting a sign up in my office so that I can look at it all the time and say, it's going to say, I'm right, you're wrong, and I don't have to yell, and I don't have to get loud. So there. So anyway, that's what's going on because these people cray. Okay, I like to say they're from Earth 2. We're from Earth 1. They're from Earth 2. That's where they are. Okay, that's where they all are. He played the game of, does the school district agree? They would say no. He would then say, okay, move on. You should have told him, hello, dude. Last time I looked, this was a team meeting. What are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I have to leave because I thought this was a team meeting. This is a hearing? Is that what we're doing now? We're doing a hearing? Oh, really? Then I'm going to question them like they're witnesses. Is that what you want me to do? See, that's how you have to talk to them, Raven. I love your name, by the way. That's how you have to talk to them. You have to check their nuts at the door. That's what you got to do real quick. So they know what time it is when they're dealing with you. Okay? And it's hard at first. I get mad quick. I go from 0 to 60 in about 2 seconds. And I just don't care. And that's another thing, honey. You have to don't care about what they think about you. As soon as you stop caring about what they think about you, girl, all kind of things will come out of your mouth. Like, excuse you? Are you talking to me like that? You lost your mind. I mean, I say things like that at team meetings. You can ask any of my clients, and they'll be like, oh yeah, she don't care what comes out of her mouth. Whatever comes in her head slides right out of her mouth. I don't care. So anyway, for instance, one of the things that I've been doing, caught me, Yumiko. Who's that? I don't know who that is. um, I would have, yeah, Julie, but I don't know these people. Yeah, so when they play that game with you, you check them and you just let them know. If we're going to play that, okay, I'm going to end this meeting because I got to go prepare for the team meeting that's now a hearing. Okay, I'm leaving. How about that? Why don't you ask your school district if they want to answer that question? Bye, Felicia. That's what you do when you get up and walk out. Amen. I brought up DP. I said I could not believe they were doing this. They took a 5-minute break and came back and said, okay, let's pick up after the holiday and we'll provide you with all of the documents you want. Oregon. Oh, you're in Oregon? Girl, I'm telling you, I will punch somebody out. Thank you for that. Girl, I'm telling you, anytime you need some encouragement, okay, you just call me. You just I'm gonna try. I'm serious, guys. I know I've said this before. But now I'm in a place. I'm in that place. I got everything straightened out. See the background? That's not my house. That's my green screen. I finally did it right. So now I'm going to start doing this on a regular basis. I'm hoping to do lives at least twice, once a week. And I'm also going to do videos. Okay. And they're going to be like 10 minutes. Okay. So whatever we discuss here, I'm probably going to make a video out of it for like 10 minutes so that you guys can go right in there and look at the video. I'm going to name it. And then you guys can go see what we talked about. And I'll tell you how to do it on the video. Okay. I'm going to take notes tonight. Okay. No, I do all districts. I'm East Coast. Oh, you do me, girl. That's a girl. Yeah. I'm in about 3 states, I think, right now. I think I'm in 3 states. But the funny thing is, I used to be an advocate in Massachusetts. Most of my clients are from Massachusetts. It's like they don't have any advocates there, or they're so limited that it's hard finding an advocate to do. I mean, there's lots of advocates there, but, there's only a few that's, like me. I don't care. I don't care about hearing officers. I don't care about the school superintendent. I don't care about the commissioner of the Department of Education. I don't care. I don't care. Nothing that you're saying. That's what I tell them at meetings. I don't understand. I did that at a hearing the other day. I did it. No, you got Illinois. That's right. I got Illinois. I got Massachusetts. I got another one. I got another state, and I can't remember which one it is. But anyway, um, so yeah. But most of my problems, Massachusetts. I mean, they're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and well, that's actually why I left. I just couldn't deal with it anymore. I just couldn't. I mean, all the people are like that. The people that I know that are in my life or that I had to deal with in Massachusetts, they all think the same way, and it's weird. It's like that's weird. So yeah, they are the worst. Oh God. But I'm telling you, I'm in 3 hearings right now. Toilet bowl. I'm here to behave for a few minutes. I'm not gonna. Don't behave, girl. Anyway, so one of my cases, right? So I don't know if you guys know this, but this is a good point. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a thing on it. Okay. So when a school district, okay, get this. So we went to a team meeting and we go to a team meeting and one of our cases and we go to a team meeting and they're talking, ding, 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 ding. You know how they talk and don't say nothing. That's what they were doing. And so I said, look, we want independent evaluations in all of these areas. This is what we want done, blah, 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 blah. And before I went to the meeting, I told the parent everything that I was going to do, right? So I had already typed up an email that I was going to send to them. And I told them, bang, I said, hey, go check your email. Our request is in writing. That's what I want. And I want it right now. And I want an answer. Now, your evaluations suck. It's that simple. Poo poo caca. So what they did is, because under the law, 34 CFR 300.502, if the district refuses to give you an independent evaluation, then the district has to file for a hearing to defend their evaluations. I couldn't wait for it. Okay, it was so much fun. Bam, here it comes. So they filed for the hearing. I was like, yes. It's so stupid. I mean, their evaluations were so bad, a 12-year-old could have punched holes in it. I mean, I got to remember which ones. Okay. So, because I'll mix all my cases. I mean, some of the cases that I have right now, the districts, they not only, not only do they just not do the evaluations, like, in this particular case, was it this one? They just did the timeline. I think it was this case. We asked for them to do let me just go back. We asked for them to do the thing. So they filed for a hearing. Okay, good. We go to hearing. First day, the conference call. They fold. I mean, they gave us everything at the conference call. There was no hearing. Saugus is bad in Livingston. See, yeah, oh yeah. Sangus is bad in Livingston. I don't know what you're talking about, Raven. You're saying Saugus? I might be the town you're in. But anyway, so I was like, what the hell just happened? In the meantime, the SPED director before that said, I don't understand. I don't understand your strategy. And I'm like, what? What do you mean you don't understand my strategy? What are you talking about? Here's my strategy. Okay? Do it or don't. Pick a side. Pick a lane. I don't care. I got a plan. And I don't have to tell you what my strategy is. My strategy is do your job and we're good. Don't do your job, we're not so good because we're going to have a problem. So anyway, we filed for the hearing. They filed for the hearing. I put everything in writing what they did wrong in their evaluation. The light's not hitting me right. So anyway, they folded. We got independent. What did we get? We got an independent FBA. There was 3 things: OT, PTs, a bunch of stuff. So anyway, the part that I'm getting to is the consent. So these ding-dongs decided that we had to sign consent to get the independent evaluation done. So now they agreed at the meeting. They agreed during the conference call that if we sign, because we also wanted a placement, we wanted a new placement. So we had to send out referrals, the records. So, okay, good. So they agreed to that. There was like 4 or 5 schools. Okay, wonderful. So then they agreed. They agreed to do all of the assessments, the independents, and we told them, well, since you're going to do those assessments, then what we want you to do, we want you guys to do the OT and the PT using the bot too. Since you never did that before. You use your opinions. And I care about your opinions. Why? So anyway, districts in Mass. I never heard of Sangus. You might have spelled it wrong. Saugus. You talking about Saugus? And I don't know what Livingston. I never heard of Livingston in Massachusetts. But anyway, so they agreed to everything. And so part of the agreement was, okay, we'll send you all of the consents. You sign them and we'll withdraw our hearing. I said, cool. I don't care if they withdraw it or not. Okay. I said, I don't care if you withdraw it or not. But yeah, okay, go ahead. Well, they're not, now they don't have a fight anymore. If they agreed to do what we originally asked them to do and they're going to do it, then they have to withdraw it. Okay, fine. So we went back and forth for a week because the SPED director decided, because she decided that we're going to sign consent to do the independent evaluations with the school district. And we have to sign consent with the independent evaluator because they want one. This all happened before Thanksgiving. So the mother waited until I got back. Okay, good. I looked at the paper and I lost my mind. She said, Tammy, I knew. I said, you were right. So I turned around and I'm looking at the paperwork and I'm like, what the? So then I sent her an email. I said, what are you doing? We're not signing this paper. This paper says, this is what it amounted to. The school district, because they knew their evaluations sucked so bad that their evaluations would now go up against the independent evaluation and the bot 2 OT and PT, which they never did before. So now what they wanted to do, because they're sneaky Pete, they wanted us to sign a consent for them to do the same evaluations that the independent evaluator was doing. I said, absolutely not. We're not signing it. So we went back and forth and forth and back. And then they added some words on the top of it. They put the evaluator's name on it. And they said, how's this? And finally, I sent a motion to the hearing officer because there's a trick, by the way, Raven. In Massachusetts, okay, this is what you do when you want the hearing officer to answer your motion. Okay, this is what I want you to do. Here's the law. Okay, this is Massachusetts only. So when you want the hearing officer to issue a ruling in the middle of your hearing, what you have to do is ask for a hearing to get a ruling on your motion. Okay? And so now, after you file your motion, then the school district under this law, under state law, gets 7 days to respond, and the hearing officer only has 3 days to schedule a hearing and hear the motions. And then she has to put it in writing. Okay? It's because before, what they do over there is, because they're crack, okay? The hearing officers look for motions on this. When you look for motions on this law, you'll find it, okay? So just type that in. So I'll do it on that too. So we're going back and forth. This went on for days and days. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you people? So finally, the lawyer got involved because I filed this motion. So the lawyer gets involved and she says in an email, Tammy, I think this is what you're looking for. It was the same thing. No, I said, that's not what I'm looking for. I don't know why she wants us to sign it. This is stupid. She wants us to sign her consent so that the school district can do theirs and pay for the IE to do it. We're not doing that. So we have the conference call. So I told the mother, I know what I'm going to do. I'm done. They're stupid. I got something for her. So I get the consent form. I have a wonderful PDF program, software. So I pull up their PDF document. And I wrote all over it. It said the name of the evaluator. I put only in capital letters for them to do it. Then on the bottom, where it says parents' remarks or whatever on the bottom of the consent form, I put, this consent is only for the yada, yada, yada evaluator to conduct the IEE evaluations listed above. In the event the school district deviates from this, the parent will exercise all of her rights under the law, under the state and federal regulations. Go ahead. Okay. So now they accepted it. Okay. I'm embarrassed for her. So now they accepted it, right? The same day they accepted it. Okay. Because now we signed it. When we sent it, I said, wait a minute, I got a solution to the problem. So the lawyer said, what is it, Tammy? I said, I just revised your consent form. And we signed it. And here it is. And I hit the send key. She got it. I said, you do what you want with that. Otherwise, we're going to hearing. Because I had to file a complaint. No, I filed a motion for the hearing. So this wombat, they pull their hearing. They withdrew it. 5 seconds after they withdrew the hearing, the special ed director sends an email to the evaluator and to me and says to the evaluator, the evaluation will begin on December 9th, and 30 days later, February 1st. February 1st is when the evaluation will get done, and then March 1st is when we'll get the written report. I lost my mind. Let me show you why. Okay. In Massachusetts, let me do it this way. In Massachusetts, this is what the law says. Okay? You guys are going to die. In Massachusetts, wait, I'll do it this way. 603 CMR 28.00. Okay. In Massachusetts, the state law says, that they only got 30 days to get everything done. From the date the parent requested the independent evaluation. 30 days. That's in Massachusetts. Get this. So here it is right here. I'm going to read it too. So what I did is I said, oh my God, this wombat. So now all day long on December 9th, we're playing around with this ding dong. Okay. I'm sending it. And so the what is it? Here it is. I got to find it, guys. Wait a minute. Oh, what's down here? Oh, here it is. So pretty. It's so pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to share this with you, okay? So share. I want to share. What is this? Share video, share screen. And you guys are going to die. You're just going to die. That's not the one I want. All right. Where is it? Is this it? Yeah. No, that's not it. Oh, no, cancel. Okay. I don't know what screen. I'm trying to get the screen up, guys. Wait a minute. So in the email to her, okay, here it is. In the email, okay, look what it says right here. This is Massachusetts. This is Massachusetts special education law, okay? It's under 2804, okay? Evaluation. So you scroll all the way down until you hit independent evaluations, right? There it is right there. And then you keep scrolling down past all of this stuff. Then you get to this one. This is how I hate them. Okay, I hate them. So it says right here, whenever possible, the independent education evaluation shall be completed and a written report sent no later than 30 days after the date the parent requests the independent education evaluation. Okay, that's pretty cool, right? All right. So I sent him that law. Then, because they're stupid, so then I sent him 34 CFR 300.502. 34 CFR 502 at the bottom. Okay, so now I got to do this again. So I take this one out and I bring this one over. Okay. See what it says right here? Look at this. May not impose what? Timelines. Timeline. That's what it says. It's independent evaluations. And if an independent evaluation is at public expense, yada, yada, yada. This is the agency criteria. This is what they can't do. And this is exactly what she did. So you know what I did? So they withdrew. They withdrew their hearing, right? So guess what I had to do? I just filed a hearing on what she just did. Because guess what? This numbnut not only said, here's the timeline, she sent it over to the evaluator and she said, do you want us to resubmit our contract? She's putting that in the contract. She's putting it in the contract. These people crazy. Okay. The independent evaluator said, oh, no, you don't have to do that. You don't have to resubmit. I'll just change the dates. So now, I got both of these wombats saying this. I'm going back and forth with both of them at the same time. And I'm telling them what they can't do. They're not paying attention to me. Good. You don't have to, because you know what I got? I got a whole bunch of paper trail. I got, where are you guys? Okay. I got emails in their own writing. Okay. Remember, the E in email doesn't stand for electronic for us. It stands for evidence. And this idiot put it in writing. Guess what was my first exhibit? That email giving them the date. Because my hearing was only 3 paragraphs. It was 3 paragraphs. And a whole bunch of emails. Not only did I do that, this is the same school district that the parents signed consent for them to do evaluations last year. They didn't do 2 of the evaluations, one of which is the independent eval they're doing now. But they also didn't do another one called the ADOS, which is the Autism Diagnostic. Okay. It's a tool to determine whether or not the kid has autism. And so if the kid has autism, then now we got a whole nother different kind of thing. Okay, we got different kind of issues because, cha-ching, money. They don't like that. They don't like it when the kid has autism. All this time, this kid wasn't diagnosed with autism. So we got the kid in Mass General Hospital. We got the kid diagnosed, and they diagnosed him with autism. Kid's 20. 20. Just getting the diagnosis. So all of these years, this kid didn't have that. So anyway, so they pissed me off. I nailed them to the wall because they're stupid. And now what's going to happen is we're going to have a hearing. And this is the same person that said to me, I don't understand your strategy. I don't understand yours. You're stupid. You just withdrew from a hearing. And the same second you withdrew, you violated the law that you thought what? So in my complaint, I want the hearing officer to issue an order that she can't do that. And that we're going to get the evaluation in 30 days. And I want a copy of that damn contract. Now what? Because I'm setting them up for an appeal in federal court. Because they're stupid. Okay? That's what's going on in my life. What's going on in yours? Weymouth. Oh, God. Hi, Christine. Weymouth's always been bad. Weymouth's always been bad. Always. I mean, it's like, it hurts. It actually hurts. Anyway, that's one of my things. Oh, you want to hear a good, funny story? Here's another funny story. Okay, so today, one of my clients called me up and she said, Tammy, yesterday, Tammy, you're not going to believe this. I said, what? She said, my kid has to get tested for COVID. I said, what are you talking about? Didn't he already have the shots? Yes. Okay. Why did he have to get tested? She said the nurse, now pay attention to what I'm saying, guys. This is in Massachusetts. This is in a very, very, very expensive school. Okay. Special ed residential school. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Okay. The school nurse called the mother and said that your son came into contact with someone who's been in contact with someone who has COVID. Okay. The nurse says he has to get tested. The nurse doesn't send consent for the parent to sign for them to test their kid, number one. So I said, okay, I need you to send them an email, and I need you to tell them, you want to know how many people in that school have been given the shot. Okay? No names, just a number. And you want a copy of their protocols. The idiot director of this program in this very, very, very expensive school told the mother in writing that she can't give her that information because it's protected information. What? It's protected. Numbers are protected? Wow. We sent her an email and we told her. Then are you telling me that the government, the president of the United States, Fauci, Dr. Fauci, okay, the military guy, the media, Tom Brokaw, have all, Chris Hayes from MSNBC, Rachel Maddow, everybody that's reporting the numbers of COVID, of people dying, of people in the hospital, all across the United States, have violated the Protection Information Act? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? You got 2 seconds to give us that information. This is the same ding dong that one day this kid, he had to go to the dentist. And something happened where the school told the parent, he went to the appointment, but he had been, and that's another thing. They're not doing any isolation, nothing. We don't got nothing. So this kid is being exposed to all kind of people. We don't know how many. And I guess that's all right. So in the email, we told them, anything happens to this kid, if he's one of those people that has a breakthrough, you're going to have a serious problem. Because here it is in writing. We're asking you for this information, and you're stonewalling us. You got 2 seconds to give me this, or I file a motion, and a hearing officer will give it to me. You stupid idiots. So anyway, this is the same numbnut that told a doctor. The doctor's trying to do contact tracing. He was going to the dentist or something, and the doctor's trying to do contact tracing because they need to figure out, how contagious is this kid if he is. This was before he had the shot. This is before everybody was getting the shots. So they actually told the doctor on the phone. I was on the phone. I heard. I go, what? She told the doctor, well, that would be a violation of protected information. The doctor said, what? That's not protected information. I'm asking you for numbers. What are you talking about? They went, excuse me, and they were talking to somebody else. Because she said, excuse me, and put her hand over the phone. And then they gave the information to the doctor, but the doctor had to tell her that's not protected information. They're so stupid. But it's because they don't want anybody to know how many people in that building don't have the shots. Because I'm good with my body, my choice. I'm all set. But my client's rights have to be recognized too. His body, his choice. And since the mother has guardianship of him, it's her body, her choice, and his body, his choice. So guess what? I want you to separate my client from all of the people who don't want to get their shots, and it's their body and their choice. I want him to be only around people who had shots. Otherwise, we're going to have a problem. I don't understand. Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, my nephew has autism, but my sister doesn't speak English and does not know how to get help for my nephew. She lives in Philadelphia. How can I find her help? First of all, she needs an interpreter. Okay. At every single team meeting. Everything your sister gets from the school district has to be translated into Spanish or, not. Okay, I just assumed you said Spanish. I'm sorry. Whatever language she speaks, they must they must translate everything. So the first thing you need to do is on her behalf, okay, what you need to do is send them a letter and tell them that you need an interpreter at every single team meeting that speaks her language, okay? And everything they send her, that's where you start first, okay? Second, You need to find an advocate or somebody, because and the school can tell you. But so you got to be careful with the school, okay? When you guys work with the schools to get advocacy, you got to understand that advocate is on the payroll for the school. So, you know, if nobody at the table speaks the language that your sister speaks, then what's going to happen is, they're going to lie, and they're going to say something was said that wasn't said, or they're going to misrepresent what was said. So you have to be careful with that. So whoever you get to go there and speak on your behalf, to interpret the language, that person, you got to make sure everything's in writing. First of all, everything goes in writing. Everything they said's in writing. You want the whole you tell them, given the fact that my sister doesn't speak English, I need this entire conversation tape recorded so it can be translated later. That's the first thing you do. That's the only fair thing to do. That's what I would do. And then get the tape recording, but make sure she goes with somebody else. Okay. How can I find help? If Let me look that up. I don't know. You can I don't want you to contact the Department of Education, because like I said, everybody over there is bought and paid for. Okay. So you need somebody, and it's real bad here. I don't like Pennsylvania as far as it has to do with special education. I don't really think they know what they're doing. That's just my opinion. you know. And I am opinionated, but I don't think they know what they're doing. I mean, I've gotten into several things with these people, and they just think they can do whatever the hell they want. And they do things way different than they do it in Massachusetts. I mean, we have private special ed schools that are, you can get them anywhere. But here, in this state, I mean, they're few and far between. This is just mostly, this entire state is farm country or underdeveloped, not developed. So it's hard. But what I can do is I can make a list, okay, and I can check it out for you tomorrow and see if I can get something. What language does she speak? That's the other thing, because that will determine how we can get her some help. Okay, so interpreter. So if you tell me what language she speaks, then we can get an interpreter. But she has to have an interpreter. It's actually in the federal laws, but I'd have to find the laws it is. And so find the law. And right off the top of my head, I don't know. You're in Massachusetts and she's in Philly. She does speak Spanish. Damn, I wish I spoke Spanish. Okay. And PA here. And yes, school districts do whatever they want. Hi, Mary. So Spanish should be easy. Yeah, we should be able to find somebody for her here. So what I'll do is I'll do some stuff. Okay, Jacqueline. You see Jacqueline. I'm just gonna write down your name. Lyn Colon. Is that how you say Colon? I like that name. It's pretty. And I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna look for a Spanish interpreter. Philly. Okay, it shouldn't be hard to find. You don't even need. First of all, everything needs to be in Spanish. Everything. Okay. What can I do when SELPA? I don't know what SELPA is. Doesn't help. It sounds like PA. Doesn't help in a disagreement in CA. I don't know what SELPA is. With the school district, state said they must be involved first. I don't know what that means. I don't understand tests. State said they must be involved first. They have not been helpful. Okay, first I need to know who SELPA is. SELPA. I need that. What do I do when mediation agreement isn't followed? You go straight to court. You skip your happy butt right to the local district court. That's a legal binding document. Okay. Everybody signed it. They agreed to something. All you have to do, I don't care what state you're in, all you have to do is take that document to a judge. You don't even need an attorney. And you want to fill out enforcement. You want an enforcement order for the agreement. That's what you want. What does an independent public charter mean? I'm in California. I have no idea, honey. I'm assuming it's a charter school, and that's just the name. But I mean, we could look it up. California. Let's do this. California Independent Charter School. Is that what you said it is? Is that what you said? Independent charter school? Oh, thanks, Jackie. Okay, let me write down your thing. Where's my little pad? I'm so old. I hate losing stuff. Hi, Barbara. Okay, wait. Jackie, let me see. Jackie 0534 at hotmail.com. Okay. All right. I got to make sticky notes all over the place. Okay. It's my first thing I got to do tomorrow. Okay, let's go see what that means. Okay. Let's go see what California Independent Charter School. What is charter schools in California, public school operated independently of the, okay, that's what I thought it was. Okay. The charter school, it's a charter school. It operates independently of the California public schools. That's all it is. It's what it is. Okay. The California charter school. Special education local plan area. Okay. So Tess, what do they mean they have to be involved first? Okay. Were they involved first? If they're, you know what, honey, just, okay, this is what you do. What can I do? Okay, wait, what does it say? Wait a minute. I got to go up. Wait. What can I do? What can I do when SELPA doesn't help in a disagreement in California with the school district? File a complaint. That's what you do. You got them involved. State said they must be involved. You just said they don't want to. So what you have to do, honey, is create a paper trail. Okay? So you try to get the Wombats involved. They refuse. You got a paper trail. They said they can't do it or whatever their reasoning is. File a complaint. If this is how, okay, let me go look up that. What is it? What did you, Kendra say? Hey, girl, procedural safeguards in Spanish. Thank you. That's right. Whoever, Jackie, yeah, everything has to be in Spanish, even the procedural safeguards. Kindred Spirit is right. What does independent, okay, so I answered that. You can email. Thank you so much, Jackie. I will. What's this? Okay. Special education local plan. This is what you do. You get them involved. You tell them what the problem is in writing, not on the phone, guys. Tess, please tell me you're not talking to these people on the phone. Honey, put it in writing, okay? You send them an email. You put it in writing, you tell them what the problem is. Then they'll respond. That's you getting them involved. They don't get involved any more than that. Screw it. Once you do that, file a complaint, okay? Is that what you have to do? They don't feel a Nazi probably kill all Jews forever. Who the fuck is that? Who's that? Oh, there's an asshole on my thing. Who's that? Oh, okay. So we just block them. Block. Put out. You're an asshole. Okay, good. Now, we got rid of the little lurkers, the little trolls. Anywho, so that's the first thing you have to do, honey. You have to put everything in writing. If the state says you have to get them involved first, get them involved. Send them an email. Tell them what's going on. Tell them they got 2 seconds to respond to you. You don't have time for this. Go find out what the regulations are, and then that's what you do, okay? That's how you get them. It's easy peasy, okay? Tess, I got the paper trail, lots of it. Then file a complaint. So you're done, okay? Find out what your laws say, Tess, about getting them involved. If they came out and said no, then now, never on the phone, only me. Good girl. Well, then you're done. What did they say they were going to do? Did they say they were going to do anything? Did they do it? How long did they say they were going to take to do it? These are the particulars. The particulars is what you want, honey. You want to know what they're going to do. You want to know when they're going to do it. And you're going to want to know when is it going to get done. Easy peasy. And you tell them, if you don't do this, what I'm going to do is file a state complaint. And then file it. Okay, what if I have a signed copy, a signed something offer, a signed something offer from an issue I already pursued, and they are doing this compensatory completely different than what I signed. If you have a mediation agreement or some kind of offer, it's a legal binding contract. They signed it and you signed it. I don't care what you call it. Take them to court and get an enforcement order on it. And that's all you have to do. You go to court, you file a motion, It's cheap. And oh, and by the way, anytime I tell you guys to go to court with any kind of thing, 9 times out of 10, if you are low income, if your kid gets reduced lunch or free lunch, 9 times out of 10, you're going to meet the indigency requirements in a courthouse, which means you can do all of this for free, which will pluck the school district because they don't think you guys know anything. Okay, they don't think you know that you can skip your happy butt to court and go get all this done. Okay, no problem, Tess. SELPA isn't saying or doing it, then you're good. Oh, you got to put them on the spot. What you have to do is close out that conversation with them and say, just so I'm clear, you're not going to do anything about this issue, correct? That's all you have to do. One sentence. And if you are, I'm going to need to know this. When are you going to do it? What are you going to do? And when are you going to begin? Otherwise, I'm going to take it to the next level. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's what you do, honey. That's how you get them. Okay? Hi, Kimberly. Good girl. I'm so proud of you people. So yeah, you can just, anytime you guys get a mediation agreement, okay, something that's legally binding, okay, if you go to settlement agreement, for instance, a settlement agreement, a mediation agreement, if it's signed by both parties and it's spelled out what they're supposed to do and they're not doing it, or they're doing it another way, drag their asses into court. Do not go to the State Department of Education, okay, because that's what they want you to do. You go straight in front of a judge and you get an enforcement order on that agreement. That's what you do. I know. I miss you too, Kimberly. I am so happy. You guys have no idea. I've been just off the note. I have been so excited about coming and doing this. I'm telling you, things have straightened out for me like nobody's business as far as what I want to do and how I want to do it. And I can't work for other people. You know, I went and got my master's degree and everything. You know what? I'm going to do it my way. Because if I go work for somebody, I'm probably going to get fired because I got a big mouth. I know this about me. So what I want to do is this. Oh, educated me on court stuff with mediation. I don't want to miss anything. I'm telling you, girl, all you have to do is you get a mediation. And you know, at first I didn't like mediation agreements, but then I found out from an attorney friend of mine, a mediation agreement is a legal binding contract. Okay. So because they put their John Hancock on it and they spelled it all out. That's why when I go to mediation, let me tell you something. When I go to mediation, I know, Kimberly, I'm so happy to see you. Happy holidays to you guys too. But when I go to mediation, man, they hate me because they just think they're just going to scribble some old kind of crappy thing on top of a paper. Oh, no. I want the start and end date. I want to know the person that's going to provide the service, if not the person, the qualifications of the person. I want to know the frequency and duration. All of that's going in my mediation agreement. And if it's not, then we just keep moving because I don't care. Because I can get a hearing officer to get me that. Because the school district is, see, and here's the cool part. The discussion about your mediation can't be entered into court, but the mediation agreement can, which is really cool. So let's say you have a mediation agreement and you can file a complaint and say you can go to a hearing with it. But if you need it, like let's say they didn't do anything in the mediation agreement, okay, and you ended up filing for a hearing, and this was like 8 months ago, you can get them for denial of fate for not implementing the mediation agreement. It's part of your hearing now. So you just submit it and you tell the hearing officer, this is what they agreed to. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Right. Okay. Earth 2. Okay. You guys are going to come over here to Earth 1. We like it here, Earth 1. Okay. So yeah. So that's what you have to do. Never on the phone. That's right. That's my mantra. You guys, there's no talking on the phone. Everything has to be in writing. Everything. If it's not in writing, I'm gonna punch you. Okay? Because it doesn't exist. They will flip on you like nobody's business. That never happened. Deny. And you can't, what are you gonna say? You got nothing. The hardest thing, I know a lot of my parents are like, Really, Tammy? Another email? Yes. I got plans. I'm setting them up and they're dumb. They're going to fall right into my little trap. I love it when a plan comes together like that. Are you kidding me? I actually had a spread director just recently. So let me tell you how stupid they are. So, Earth 2, where are you? No, I don't want to know where they are. They can stay on Earth 2. Good. All the Earth 2 stay over there. That's where they believe in fantasies and conspiracy theories. That's over there. Over here, facts and science. That's what we're doing. Laws. We believe in that on Earth 1. Anyway, wait. Can I leave a nasty voicemail and get? No, you're not doing that. No nasty voicemails. No. The next thing you know, you got people at your house. Okay. No, you can't do that. That can be used against you too. The schools answers every one of my serious emails and that they would like to call me. They're funny. Funny to you. Just kidding. I know you are, honey. Yeah, right. Yeah, I bet they want to call you. Ring, ring. Hello. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Absolutely not. So anyway, I was telling you about this chick. So we're in a hearing, right? And the hearing is about the fact that they didn't do the evaluations. So first, they tried to pass off a 2-page summary. This is like in 2020. They tried to pass off a 2-page summary of an FBA that was actually done in 2017 as the 2020 FBA. This is in Massachusetts. They're crazy. And she actually said, the FBA is 53 pages. I said, in your dreams, that FBA is only 2 pages. What are you, nuts? The ables are that you did, that you did wrong. Yeah, that's 53 pages, and that's because it has graphs in it. But the FBA, yeah, no. There's nothing in the FBA but a bunch of words on a piece of paper that you got from a 2017 independent evaluation from another company. Oh, yeah. Welcome to my world. Great Grayville. She actually said this to a hearing officer and I had to correct. I said, no, that's not true. No. 2 pages. And then I said, well, they did the AFLs. Okay. Now I've talked to you guys a lot about the assessment for functional living skills, which I'm getting really good at. And I love it. It's so much fun. And it's real easy to do. So we asked them to do the AFLs, the assessment of functional living skills. So they did. It's 6 books. So here it is. Here's one of them. Okay. So there are 6 areas. One is one of them is independent living skills. The kid's 20. Okay. The kid's 20 years old. We don't know. He can't walk and chew gum. I'm not even kidding. And there's no reason why. He's been in a very expensive school for 4 years. And they haven't taught him jack's doodly squat. I mean nothing. They haven't taught him anything. They've been babysitting for years. I can't even imagine, but they've been babysitting for years. And they have a BCBA up there. Matter of fact, they just told us that they have a BCBA who has a PhD. Good, she's going to be reported to the BACB because she's STUPID. Yes, that's what we're going with this. I hate people. So anyway. So I said, you did the AFLs and you didn't even do. First of all, 90% of the stuff in the AFLs that they did, he couldn't do. He was at a 0 level. Some of the stuff you guys didn't even score, which means the system, the software program won't score it. So you can't get a score on it. It tells you. It says right in when you print out the report, it says not assessed. Because they didn't score it. They wouldn't put a 0 on there. So some stuff they put 0, some stuff they didn't. One thing they didn't do was an independent living skills assessment. And it talks about all kinds of stuff. This kid can't do anything in there. Do you know what this woman? So when I brought this up at the hearing, do you know this woman actually told the hearing officer that the reason why, and I did fight. Yes, you did. And the reason why she didn't do that, the reason why they didn't do the independent living skills assessment is because he hasn't left school. It's for a transitional assessment. Under the law, that's one of the reasons here. It's so stupid. It's stupid. I hate them all. 34 CFR 300.43. Okay, let's go look at the law. Let's look at the law. Let's do that. Let's do it. Share the screen. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay. Oh, I don't like it that way. I want this one. I want this one. Okay, let's look at it. So this is a transitional assessment. Okay. So it says it's designed to be within yada yada. That is a focus on improving academic and wait for it, functional achievement to facilitate the child's movement from school to post-school activities. When he leaves, you're supposed to prepare them for them to leave, for them to be productive, including here it comes, post-secondary. This is my favorite part. So these are the areas that they can do. Post-secondary education, there's one. Vocational education, integrated employment, including supported employment, continuing and adult education, adult services. What's that? What's that right there? What is it? Oh my God, what's that? Independent living. Independent living. She told the school district, she told the hearing officer that the reason why they didn't do the independent living skills assessment is because he was still in school. Earth 2, where are you? It's not funny, Barbara. You always make me laugh and get me fired up. I hate them all. Keep up the good work. I will. I love this. You have no idea. I've done everything in my life to get me right where I'm at right now. Unfortunately, I'm going to be 63 next month. Who knew it's going to take this long? But I'm good. I don't care. I'm better now than I was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I'm better now. Love it. But yeah, this is what this wombat said. She's a special ed director. She's been there for years. And this is what she told the hearing officer. Oh, yeah. I got stories. I said, what? I looked at her because we're doing Zoom. All the hearings are in Zoom. So I looked at her and said, what did you say? What you talking about with us? I said, you didn't do it because I said, I want an independent evaluation for the AFLs. That's what I told the hearing officer. That's what I want. She's crazy. This is the same woman. No, this is a different SPED director. The other SPED director is the one that put in the timelines for the independent. You want to hear something real cool? Listen to this. I have two cases, okay? Same hearing officer, 2 different kids, 2 different school districts, same hearing officer, same attorney. And the kids are the same age. And it's all about transition. Believe that shit? Welcome to my world. And then they wonder why I'm always mad. So then they decided, because, I figured out what the hearing officer has to do. You know what they told me? Well, Tammy, you don't have to file a motion to get answers like this. I said, did you see all those emails? I know that. I know it's hard to believe, but I know that. And I tried. And you know what she did? The exact opposite. So I had to do this. You understand? And so this is what I'm here to tell you guys. What you have to do is you have to keep plugging away. Okay? What you have to do is make them pay. And if it means making them pay through their attorney, so be it. If an attorney shows up at a team meeting, that means they're afraid of you. They're afraid of you. The attorney is there for only one reason: to protect his client from you. Understand? No comment from the BCBA on the wearing. I bet. Remind me tomorrow. I'm going to take that email. Did she send you an email? Good. I'll take that email and I'll file a motion tomorrow. Okay? Remind me. That's all I do now is write motions because they're all stupid. I'm good. We'll write 2 motions. One for the documents and one for the BCBA, who thinks she's just not going to do it. Now the BCBA isn't going to do the evaluation in other settings. So she's not going to answer my client at all. And that's okay, because she'll be answering the hearing officer, because we had an agreement and they're reneging on it. And I just want clarity. So I'm going to ask the hearing officer. I don't have time for this bullshit. This woman was supposed to ride around with her in a car and ride around and see what this kid does to do a functional behavioral assessment. She's about to lose her certification too. I hate them all. And I love them at the same time because I get to do this because they're stupid. Anyway, so yeah. So that's what she did at a hearing. Okay. And it's kind of cool because I got the same hearing officer. So, that was funny too. One day, during one of my hearings, one of these kids, I can't remember which one it was, but I was loud. I was loud. And so the lawyer for the school district told the hearing officer, I want her to come to Massachusetts. I said, what? If she's going to be loud and she's going to do this and I want her here. And I said, as soon as the hearing officer puts it in an order, I'll come to Massachusetts. I said, however, and the hearing officer said, I can't do that. I said, I know. That's why I said that. And I just looked at the attorney. I said, I don't know who you people think you are. You violate all kinds of laws and then you want everybody to come here, what, be chipper? Yeah, right. Oh, no, I'm going to be real quiet. I'm going to remind her of that when I file all these motions. Because the next time she says something to me, I'm going to say, listen, you work as a lawyer your way, and I'll work as an advocate mine. And pray we don't ever have to see each other again. Easy peasy. Because I'm not getting your money, okay? My clients don't have it like the school district, a bottomless pit of money. That's the taxpayer dollars. Thank you very much, you wombats. So anyway, I'm glad I make you laugh, Mary. Because when I'm doing them by myself, it's so funny because I only see you guys right there. Your things. By the way, is anybody subscribing to my channel, my YouTube channel? I need to get them numbers up. Do you guys know that if I get those numbers up high enough, I can actually get paid, and I can do this even more. There's even more stuff I can do if I get those numbers up. I mean, I'm going to do it anyway, but I really appreciate it. It's just like saying thank you and keep up the good work. It's encouragement. It's really encouragement. So if you guys could do that, I'd really appreciate it. I need you to subscribe. I need you to hit the notification bell, and I need you to make a comment. And the first 7 people that do it, I'll give you a 2-hour free consultation. I don't care who you are, whether you're an advocate, a parent, I don't care. 2 hours. And if I have to, I'll even put it, what is your YouTube channel? I love you. Here's my YouTube channel. Wait a minute. Let me get that sucker. Whoops, I'm on the wrong channel. Ha, ha, ha. My YouTube, I'm sorry. My YouTube channel is, I always forget it because I'm stupid. Wait a minute, your channel. Oh, Special Ed Answers. This is it. Special Ed Answers. And you'll see me when you do it. It's YouTube, okay? Special Ed Answers. There it is, see? Okay, yes, I follow, where is it? Yes, I follow you. I follow YouTube and share. Thank you. Now go in and hit the YouTube, did you follow me? Did you subscribe to me? And did you put a comment? Test. I can help you too. And it doesn't matter when, you don't have to do it right away. We can schedule it. So when you're always going to have it available. You don't have to use it right away. But I'm offering this 2-hour presentation. 2-hour free consultation. It's $100 value. I charge $50 for this. So it's $100 value. Okay. For the first 7 people that subscribe, that hit the notification bell, and that put a comment. You really got to put a comment, but you also have to subscribe. And I'll know you subscribe because my numbers will go up. I only have 146 people. I need it bigger. I need it bigger than that. This is way too much fun for me not to have bigger stuff. Okay. So, and tell all your friends to do it too. So yeah. So anyway, do that for me. I really appreciate it. My numbers going up makes me really happy. And it makes me want to come back on here like next week and do a live and answer all of your questions. Okay. So yeah. So anyway, I was telling you guys about the protected information stuff. So yeah, I nailed that wombat. So now what I have to do is I have to file a motion on that to get that information. And in that case, we're already in a hearing because we filed for a hearing. And I'm going back 2 years because they're stupid. What I'm going to try to do is get that kid in school until he's 24. That's how much compensatory services they are. Because he's been over there being babysat for the last 4 years. Oh yeah, using wrong information and stuff. And the BCBAs are in so much trouble. Oh yes, I'm subscribed and belled. I'll comment now. Thank you. I love you. So yeah, she's done. Oh, you want to hear a good one? So I'm in a it's a mess right now. We filed a complaint against this school. And so we're looking at the file. And we find out, I'm looking at this kid's file and I'm like, they did the WISC 5. They changed it. Okay, the WISC 5 is a test. It's 3 components, but it's made up of 16 subtests. You can't split it apart. The subtests are not standalone tests. Now, there might be some that you don't have to do. I believe there are. But there's 16 of them, and this is how you get the kids' IQ. Because what you do is, in the 2 areas, there's verbal and performance, I think. I forgot how it goes, but it's verbal and performance, I think. And then each one of those sections has, between the 2 of them, 16 subtests. So you take those, you add them up, and then you add up them in the column, all the subtests. And then when you get the total, you add those 2 together, and then you divide it by 2. And that will give you your kid's IQ. Well, it'll give the evaluator the IQ. Now, the WISC 5, only like a school psychologist or somebody in that field. Like, I can't even buy that test. I can't buy that test because you have to have either a PhD in psychology or in that field somewhere, or you have to work for a school in order to purchase the WISC 5 because it's a psychological test. You have to have credentials to do this, okay? And it's just like one of the tests I bought, the AFLs. I had to prove to the publisher that I had the credentials because you have to have a level C to purchase. They break it down. So they have it so that you have credentials. Like some assessments, like, what is it? The ABLES are, you don't need any credentials. You can just go on their website and buy it. Okay. But the AFLs, the publishing company, you have to have credentials because, thank you, Jackie. So tell your sister to do it too. Because I'll figure out how to put that in Spanish. You know I'm gonna figure that out, right? Girl, Spanish. That's what I got. Wait a minute. Spanish translation. YouTube. I'm gonna find out how to do that, okay? So because Google does all kind of translation and they're pretty accurate. So I can help her too. I just have to use my translation on Google, okay? But I'll figure it out. So anyway, so under the law, the school district cannot take a test and modify it, alter it beyond, you're welcome, Jackie, beyond what how the developer designed the assessment. That's a violation. Because now you're tweaking out. So they did one test. So we don't know what the kid's IQ score is. I asked them, what's the kid's IQ score? They don't know. Because they didn't do it. They did it a long time ago, but they didn't do it. So we don't know what the kid's IQ score is. So now we're going to get them for messing with the assessment. And now I'm going to report them to Pearson Clinical. Because you can't do that. Pearson Clinical frowns on that. What you're doing is you're messing with the integrity of the assessment. That's not some made-up test. This test had to go through rigorous assessments by a panel of people with credentials, and it had to be submitted to the APA and the American Educational Research and yada yada. It's a whole bunch of stuff they have to go through. And so you took these people's tests and you just minimize it to what? A first grade math test? What the hell's wrong with you people? That's so disrespectful, number one. And it's so unethical, number two. And we won't even get into the professional. That's an deterrent. That's just go. Okay? School districts cannot mess with assessments. Not valid. The reason why they're called valid and reliable, technically sound, is just that. That these assessments, like the Wyatt, like the Whisk, like the Woodcock Johnson, okay, like the what is it, the Owl and the Towel and all of those things, that all of them, okay, they're technically sound. They're based on psychometrics that tell you how many people how many people did they test to see if this works, what was the ages of the people that took the test, how many across the nation, what was their race, what was their socioeconomic background. There's a lot of stuff that goes into these instruments for some whack job ding dong from a public school to go and rip it apart and only give one piece of it. Thank you. Now I'm going to get that done independently. Because now I'm going to pull that woman in front of the hearing officer and I'm going to ask her some questions. Well, I'm not going to ask her. I'm going to help the parent ask her because I can't do it in this state. But I'm going to have the parent ask her. Now we got problems. Now she's got problems. Now the school district's got problems because I'm telling you, I'm sending it to them. I'm going to send them the transcript of what they did with this assessment. And all I got to do is send an email over to Pearson Clinical's legal department, and they'll tell me, yeah, no, you can't do that. There's certain ones you can. I think one of them is the maze. There's one called is a maze, and it depends on the age of the kid. But to just single out one subtest, I don't even know what it was used for. You know why they did it? Yes, I do, Mary. And they're crazy here. As a matter of fact, I just had a team meeting in the town that I live in, and I ripped him a new one. And the mother, I think I scared the mother. I chewed out the sped director because she's dumb. And I told her about herself. And I think I scared the mother because around where I live, everybody's kind of low key. And I'm way not. Like, so, but yeah, people do call me around here. And a lot of times, because like in my area, there are some school districts that know me. And apparently I asked the mother, I said, how did you get my name? And she said, Google. I said, what? She said, oh, yeah, you're the first one that came up. I said, really? She said, yeah, first one that came up in Pennsylvania. That's because there aren't that many. There aren't that many. And a lot of the advocates, not all, but a lot of advocates, just straight across the board, they're really trying to impress the school district. I don't care what anybody thinks about me, so I do and say what I want. And I let them know I don't have any respect for you. You have to earn my respect. And when you say wild, crazy shit, I got a problem. So I'm used to it. Exactly, Barbara. When you say wild, cray stuff, then, I'm going to look at you like you're nuts. Because, you are. Yeah, there you go again. You took a ride to the Earth 2 place. Is that what you did? How much does that ticket cost exactly? Is it free? So anyway, yeah, but I do it all over. I do it here. I do it. I've had cases here in Illinois, a lot of places. But anyway, so yeah, so they can't mess. They cannot mess with an instrument. And you can go online and you can actually contact the Pearson Clinical sells most of this assessment. And if it's not Pearson Clinical, then like for the AFLS, the Assessment of Functional Living Skills, is Western Publishing something. It's WPS. And you'll see it. Wait a minute. Down here. Where's my book? I'm trying to look for a publisher. But I got it off of WPS website. If you type in AFLS assessment, it'll take you to the website where they sell it. It's called WPS. And you can actually send them an email and ask them, can you take this apart like this? School district just did this. Is this possible? Now, see what I'm talking about? See, like this assessment right here, you can take this apart, okay? Because they're standalone assessments. So for instance, each one of these, you have your basic living skills, you have home skills, you have community participation skills, school skills, vocational skills, and independent living skills. And within each one of those topics, there's a book like this. See, there's a book. And in the book, there's a whole bunch of categories. Okay, so like, for instance, community participation. Okay. So community participation, for instance, if you did this book, okay. So if you do this book, then you could do basic mobility, community knowledge. Okay, here it is. Basic mobility, community knowledge, shopping, eating in public, money, phone, time, social awareness, and manners. Okay, that's what's in this book. Okay, so you do this book and it'll score this whole book for you. Okay, it'll score it. And I think you can break it up, but you can't break it up within each of those things that I just like for basic, what is it? Basic mobility. For that section, you have to do all the questions. You have to answer everything. Okay. It's the AFOs. This is so cool. Anybody can do this. What did I do? Oh, why is that doing that? Anybody can do this, okay? But I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of hard. Okay. This is it's time consuming. That's what it is. It's not hard. It's just time consuming, like nobody's business. Is that? Oh, there we go. It's too much light. Da-da. So anyway, because I hate that when my hand was showing. It was weird. It's very time consuming. I mean, you have like I think we did it and it was like 900 questions. And so you just go through it. But they also have it online. But like I said, you can't buy, if you don't have the credentials, you can't buy this. And this is a level, it's a qualification level C to buy this, which means you have to have a master's. And you have to have a master's in psychology. Okay. So, but it's unbelievable. I have the hard copy and I purchased the online AFOs, which I love because I can share it with the parent and the parent and I can do it together. So if the parent has any questions, then we can go through it together. You can add comments in it. It's really cool. So I have the ability to do that. And so you can do just one book. You can do all the books. You can do as many as you want. And then in the end, when I get all done, we finalize it and then it'll generate a report and it'll say, you know, who generated the report. So I would be put in as the primary person who's doing it. And all I'm doing is just putting it all. I'm just getting your answers and then putting it in this report. And you do it together. Now, there's a way that I can send it to the parents, but I'm having a problem with that. I don't know why. It's the parents are having an issue. So it's just easier to go through it. And then sometimes what happens is I actually do it with the kid. So certain areas I do with the kid. So if it has to do, like one of my kids, we did the test and it was basic living skills, basic home skills or whatever. And so it was asking, does the student know how to wash clothes? Does you know how to turn on the wash machine? So I told her, go get the camera. The mother followed her around and I actually observed it because there's only two ways. This is the information is gathered by familiarity of the kid and observation of the kid. And it could be the parent, it could be the teacher, it could be me, it could be anybody, okay, that's following this. So that's what we did. And so some of it, so when you fill it out, you say it was done through familiarity of the student by the parent and by observation by the parent or whoever was there who helped you do the test. So it's really, really cool. I love it, especially for my kids who don't have those kinds of skills. I mean, especially when they get older, they're going to be moving out into the real world. So we have to make sure they know how to do certain things. Like, do they know how to catch a bus? Do they know how to make change? Do they know how to purchase stuff? Do they know how to make a shopping list? Do they know how to go shopping? And this is all in my other video, which I'm going to attach to this one at the end. Tomorrow I'll tweak it out and I'll put a link to the video that I did, which is all about transitioning. This is my book for these are my books that I use for transitioning. Okay. So this helps you. Shelly, did you get it? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if you got it here. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Can you see it? Okay. It's a really, really good assessment. It gives you the other one, okay? It's called the Casey Living Skills Assessment, okay? Now, here's the reason why I use that. Any kid that's on an IEP, they by the age between 14 and 16, depending on what state you live in. Oh, guys, see what I made? You see that? Yeah, it's called a lapis. It's supposed to make you calm. I guess it works because I've been real calm. It's the lapis stone. It's a crystal. I make these all the time. So anyway, and I sell them. So anyway, um, the any kid between the ages of 14 and 16, it depends on what state it is. In Massachusetts, by the time your kid is 14 and your kid is the oh, it's the blue. I don't understand why it does that. So it's the blue because blue you can also use as a green screen. Is that why? Okay, thank you. Because I had on blue earlier and I couldn't figure out. I had to change. So anyway, she can probably advocate for you in PA since most IEPs are virtual. No, I can advocate in PA because I use federal laws. Okay? I don't care nothing about PA and virtual. I've been doing virtual over the phone IEP meetings for years, even before COVID. I mean, like a long time, since at least. I mean, I do it all the time. One of my clients, I've been doing it for years. I told her, you don't have to go to the team meet. She said, Timmy, I can't. I said, okay, we'll do it over the phone. I don't really care. But I've been doing it for years like that. So it's not because you could do it virtual. I do everything virtual. I do hearings virtual. I do team meetings virtual. I do it all. I also write IEPs, which that's fun too. They don't know how to write an IEP goal. And I think one of my next videos is going to be about what an IEP is supposed to look like. And it doesn't matter what kind of issues your kid has. There's certain things that makes your kid's IEP measurable and reasonably calculated. It's a few things. Putting in a bunch of mishmash stuff that's ambiguous as hell is a violation. If it don't make sense to you, it don't make sense. It doesn't matter that you're not a school teacher, okay, or you're the special ed director. If it don't make sense, it don't make sense, okay. So if there's no measurable goals and objectives, that's a problem. So yeah, I'm gonna do one like that, but yeah, I do it anywhere anyway because I use federal laws. And the reason why I say that is because according to IDEA, okay, every state must have their regulations aligned with the federal government laws. And if they're not, it's a violation. So that means I can go anywhere because I use federal laws. I don't care. Not every now and then, like what I just showed you earlier, about what the state says about independent evaluation and what the federal regulations say. And that means they're in violation of two laws, state and federal. Okay. So every now and then I do need that. And I don't need it because federal trumps state every time, unless there's some kind of, asterisk somewhere. But the federal law will say that school districts can do this and school districts can do that. So beyond this, like for instance, in Massachusetts, a kid can get a kid must be evaluated. The school district must provide the kid with a transitional assessment by the time they're 14. Okay, but in other states, it's only by the time they're 16. 14 is to start the process early. Okay, so that's what Massachusetts is saying. We're going to start this process early for your kid. Okay, cool. All right, that's a good thing. That's in favor of the kid. They can't say we're going to do it when the kid turns 17. Yeah, that's a big fat no-no. Okay, because what they did is they changed the federal law. Federal law says 16. Okay, you can't change the federal law so that it changes the timeline in a way that hurts the kid. You see, most kids who are on an IEP, I shouldn't say, yeah, most kids that are on an IEP, they need that transitional piece. And most high school kids get it all the time. They're always preparing to go from high school to college. I mean, when I was in high school, I wanted to go to college, and so my guidance counselor said, "Well, what do you want to do when you go to school, when you leave?" I want to go into fashion merchandising. And so they said, "Well, do you know any colleges?" And I said, "No." Then my guidance counselor gave me a list of schools, and then I went and I sent for the packets of information to find out what school I wanted to go to, what school had the courses that I was interested in. That's preparing. That's ninth grade. That started in ninth grade for me. Well, that's what transitional services are all about. Preparing our kids to move forward into adulthood. That's what it's all about. And schools don't care. It's like schools act like they're car dealerships. You know, when you buy a car, as soon as you drive it off the lot, they're done. They don't care what happened to that car. You're going to have a problem if you bought a lemon. You're screwed because you're going to have to fight with them. They're going to say it's not true. As soon as that car's driven off the lot, they're done. That's what they feel about your kid, the school districts. They think your kid is some car that you bought. So once your kid leaves that school, you're done. And another thing, I don't know if you guys know this, but if the school district, if your kid's about to age out of school and you believe that they owe your kid compensatory services, file for a hearing, get a stay put, and until that hearing is done, your kid doesn't leave school, even if your kid was scheduled to leave school in June. If the hearing is not closed, this is my understanding. If the hearing is not closed, your kid got to stay put, stay put, stay put. I got a school district right now. I'm going to have to break it down to them. And the hearing officer is going to have to tell them no. I don't. That's why that one sped director was dragging out that extended evaluation. She wanted it to go out as far as she could get it because the kid is supposed to leave school this year. Well, on my dead body, he's not going nowhere. As a matter of fact, if I have my way, he's going to go to school at least 2 more years till he's 24 because of the amount of compensatory services they are. It's disgusting. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. Okay. But yeah, so I'm going to hang up because I'm tired and I have to go finish making. Okay, I crochet. So I'm making my Christmas presents. I also make other stuff like jewelry. And so I'm making my Christmas presents. So I got to cut this short tonight. Do you guys have, did I answer all your questions? Yep, I did. Okay, good. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, go on that page, Special Ed Answers on my YouTube channel, and ask me the questions in there. The first 7 people get a 2-hour, and I put a timeline on it. I think it's December 23rd is the last day. I think that's what I forgot the day I put on. I think it's December 23rd. I'm not sure. But anyway, I think it's the 23rd. It's 10 days, I think, or 7 days. BCA, I bet she did. She better answer you. Maybe she's been online. I don't know. Anyway, the first 7 people get a 2-hour consultation, and it doesn't matter. As long as it's within the special ed, it could be an advocate that wants some information. You want me to help you find something, I'm good with that. But please, do a girl a favor and just go online and go to my YouTube channel, make a comment, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. And every time I do this, you guys will be notified, and 7 people will get a free consultation. Okay? 2 hours. Possibly written if I need to. You get recommendations in writing. Okay? So, I want to thank you all. Jacqueline, I will contact you. I'm going to open it up just like that so I can see it when I come in. Okay? I'm going to put on here. Wait. Find for live. And then I don't know what it is. Okay? So thank you very much, you guys. I really appreciate it I really appreciate you guys coming. Have a happy holiday. You guys all stay. I'm tired. You guys all stay safe. And I commented on the first one already. I didn't ask. You don't have to ask again. As long as you make a comment, that's all I need. Can we chat this weekend? Yes, Wendy, we can chat. You always want to chat this weekend. Oh, honey, I can't. It's too close to the Christmas. Right after Christmas, I can, though, okay? You always ask me to chat. You never call me. I don't understand. But I don't care. If you want to chat, we'll chat. After Christmas. Okay, that week right after Christmas, I'm good. Um, so yeah, thank you guys for coming. I hope you got something out of this, and thank you so much for coming. I had a really good time. You guys make me laugh, and I love telling stories. I hope what I gave you is enough to get you going. Until next time. All right. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all of that good stuff. Okay. Bye. I think.